with 3 days, 25 people. Introductory was about a minute, minute and a half, 3 at the max. To
Hi, and welcome to the show. We thank God that you can view the show, whether it's in your living room, your kitchen, your bedroom, or even in your den. Any area in your home, we're excited to bring you D.A.P Ministry Presents. We're excited because we're still, this is the 8th year we're celebrating not only Hurricane Katrina, but the other hurricanes that we have withstand and we're still standing. We're also thanking the volunteers that come down every year and have been participating in our rebuild. God has blessed us that we can come back and stake our claim to not only the city but also to the state to say that we're still standing and representing in a positive way. Again, I always tell my audience they need to go to the Lower Ninth Ward and see the other devastation, but they need to see the restoration, how it's coming back. You need to tell your neighbors, your friends, and especially your family members that are out of town, when they come, make sure they make a visit in the Lower Ninth Ward. Also, we're excited about our co-host, the Reverend Darrell Smith, also known as radio personality D.K. Smith, 940 a.m. on your radio dial. He says something like that, like this at what time of the day?
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., I'll take you home in style with a smile.
And he says that because he has his finger on the pulse of what's taking place. And I think he has announcements for us. He's going to tell us what's happening.
Right.
And he has some more information. But what's taking place in the month of August?
Well, some things are taking place. Let me say that we had a guest on a couple of weeks ago, Mary Humphreys.
Okay.
Mary Humphrey is a playwright, a singer, and an actress, and she has her play coming up. That's the stage play, No More Pain. It's going to be at 516 East Airline Highway in LaPlace, and this is going to be Saturday, August the 31st, 4:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. And it's a play that's sharp, witty, unpredictable. It's slated in the 1960s, and it's dealing with family matters and everything. Some characters we may know from the church, or just from the family. So if they need more information, they can call 504-210-5757. That's 210-5757. Or they could log on to the website maryplays.com. That's maryplays.com. Also, let you know something coming up in this month of August, and we let that go. In this month of August, that the fall semester of the Union Baptist College and Theological Seminary registration and the first day of classes will be Tuesday, August the 27th, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., first day of registration. Second day of registration is Wednesday, August the 28th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then Thursday, August the 29th, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. is the third day. And all classes will begin on Wednesday, September the 11th. Day division begins at 8 a.m. and the evening division begins at 6 p.m. Now, if you need more information, you can contact the registrar, Dr. Helen McMurray, at 504-523-0580. That's 525-0580. And that's Dr. Helen McMurray. Dr. Robert Turner, Senior President, Dr. Kenneth L. McDowell, Academic Dean. And also you could email Union Seminary at att.net. Union Seminary at att.net. And also on a final note, remind everyone that we're online, YouTube. You could check the shows out that you see right here at youtube.com. If you use the search engine, D.A.P, that's D.A.P Ministries TV show, you'll be able to see what's going on. We have more announcements in the other half.
Second half.
Second half, we have more announcements.
Excited about our guest?
I'm excited about our guest because I grew up under her, I guess you could say, a long time ago when I was first within the ministry, and I'm glad to say that we're both still serving the Lord, and she's serving the Lord in her own special way. She comes as a person of Miss Beulah Piper, who's the director of the Christian education of the Louisiana Freeman Missionary Baptist General Association, and I know she's excited about the phase 2 of what's going on. Focus on the family.
Thank you so much, Reverend D.K. Smith. And of course, thank you, Reverend Willie Williams, for allowing me to come today. I am very excited in that in the month of April, the Louisiana Freedmen Education Board Ministry hosted a conference on focus on the family. We know that the family is the basic unit of society. But now in 2013, it appears that our families, especially the black family, has disintegrated because it's falling apart because of the lack of parental involvement in the home, the lack of discipline in the schools, not by the teachers, but the lack of obedience in the schools because there has been no, let's say, there has been no discipline in the home. So therefore, the discipline disintegrates first at the home, the school, the church, and it goes to the larger community. And this is what we're now seeing, black on black crime. And we felt that it was time that the church, the ecclesia, those of us who are called out by God to come out of the walls, the sanctuaries of the churches, and go outside of the church and minister to the people. And before we will do that, we would have an informative session whereby people could come. We can inform them of what is happening in our communities: sexual abuse, domestic violence and abuse, lack of education, students who are so incorrigible that they're being expelled from schools, and when you send them to facilities that have been designed to house those students, they can't handle the students. So we do know that God is the panacea of all of the problems of the world. But we must do what the word says, teach them to do what? Observe all things. And so all things, we're concerned about the mind, the body, the spirit, and the soul. And so therefore, we must address the social issues that are plaguing the African American community at this time. We can no longer blame others. We must take responsibility for what's happening, because the color, if you will, or the race, if you will, of those who are the perpetrators are the same as those who are the victims, and they all look like us.
Now, so the association has called you in to do not only a focus on the family, but some teaching, and if anything, almost like a town hall opportunity for not only the members of the church, but the members of the community to come and hear what's going on.
Correct.
So they can heal themselves, help be healed.
That's correct, Reverend. We're inviting the community at large, the greater New Orleans community and vicinity. We're inviting them to come. We would like for the mayor of the city to come. We would like for the police chief to come. As a matter of fact, one of our presenters is a clergyman, pastor, and a policeman. That is Dr. Barry Hill, who's pastor of First Zion Baptist Church, who's also president of the Liberty Baptist and Educational Association. He will be addressing his perception on what he's seeing in the streets with respect to being a policeman and with law enforcement and being a pastor of a church. And so he has a wealth of information to bring. We have also Dr. Sybil Schroeder Williams, who is a doctoral level social worker who has worked with persons who have given counseling to those who have been in abusive situations, sexual abusive situations, and we're now finding more of that in the home. Most of the people who are being abused know they're abusers.
That's right.
So therefore, we must educate our young people as well as the parents of children who are being abused, and sometimes the parents as well as the children are being abused. Recognize those signs of what's happening in their home. And we are all mandated to inform the law enforcement if we suspect that there is abuse that's going on. We must be our brother's keepers. Also, we will have Mrs. Bernadine Gibson, who is a former daycare owner who observed aggressive behavior in children who were younger than pre-kindergarten age.
My.
Very young children. We have seen them come to the schools who exhibit aggressive behavior because guess what? The aggressive behavior is in the home.
They learn
and
it
they
from parents?
learn from the parents. Whatever behavior the parents see in their children, it is because they have learned the behavior. It hasn't changed. Behavior is learned. Skinner taught us that way back in psychology.
Right.
So we know that.
Before you go too far, give us the time, location, and the contact information for those individuals that are watching the show. They may be interested to attend. We understand there's a registration required. You need to get information.
That's correct.
So you know you have enough seating for everybody.
That's correct. The conference will be held August 13th, 14th, and 15th. That's next week, next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights, beginning at 6 p.m. at St. John Institutional Missionary Baptist Church, which is located 2538 Jackson Avenue. Dr. Louis Sylvester Jones is our host pastor and the president of the Louisiana Freedmen Missionary Baptist General Association. We extend an invitation for the community to come, and we're asking all families to come. If you want more information, there will be a registration at the time of the registration, and for more information concerning that, you may call 504-288-1841. But we're asking that the whole family will come to register.
Get that number again.
I was going to say, give that number again.
504-288-1841. That's the number you can call concerning the registration.
Now, this being part 2, and you had earlier,
Yes.
like I said, in April. How was the turnout then?
The turnout was good, but we would like for it to be better. The presenters were dynamic. We had people like Mrs. Mary Joseph with the Children's Defense Fund, who have been working with children for a lifetime. We had Reverend Dr. Torrin Saunders, who you know as a social worker, a counselor, a pastor. We had Mr. Oliver Thomas, who's a radio talk show host, and a mentor and a counselor. We had those people who came and gave us just a wealth of information. But we want more than information now. We will compile all of what the recommendations will be from the presenters. We will put it in a packet, give it to the pastors in the churches, and then we're going to have a form which is called a commitment form. We will ask the pastors to make a commitment to solve some of the problems with respect to whatever their church will commit to do. For example, after school counseling, after school tutoring, field trips to the various penal institutions. Some of our children have not been outside of this general area. I had an after-school tutorial program which was successful in that we brought all of them from the age of 12 on up to St. Gabriel to actually see women prisons.
So prison system.
Prison system.
Let me stop you right there. We got to go to break, but I definitely want to come back and talk to you about the prison system and the tutorial program and the program that you had. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we'll continue talking to Sister Beulah Pripe about not only the Focus on the Family program that will take place, but some of the other things that she's been involved with. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Poor nutrition today will increase Sarah's chances of anemia, add to her healthcare costs, sick days, even stunt her ability to learn. And the thing is, Sarah's not even born yet. Get proper nutrition before it's too late. Call or visit WIC. WIC provides nutrition information, healthcare referrals, even food. Your child has you, and you have WIC.
Mrs. Johnson, good to see you again. This is Mike. You can trust him. He looks just like you. Plus, 2 against 1 is more intimidating when we force someone to sign a loan.
And I'll be sucking up to you in order to keep up the illusion.
So, here are your low monthly payments and interest rate as we promised. Here's where they triple. The rest of this stuff, don't think a lawyer can read.